Hi there, Pisces. My name is Jessica. This is your tarot card reading from August 15th to the 31st. I am an intuitive tarot card reader. Yes, I know what the cards mean, and yes, I do do my own take on them depending on how I'm feeling intuitively. So take what resonates, leave the rest. Like and share and all that stuff, and let's get to it. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising for August 15th to the 31st. Oh, clock time. Someone else got this card. And you think I'd remember what it means, right? A time of stress, an added workload, increased responsibility, feeling it's too late to pursue your dreams, feeling pushed to complete too many tasks, an ability to say no, and insufficient support, an urge to rush. You must take charge of your own workload and do what must be done. It's time for one last push. Ugh, who wants that? You are stressed out. You're doing too much, right? You're taking on too much work. You're not saying no. All right. I think Capricorn actually got that. And then you got two here. Chaos and conflict, which is, look at that's like a man, that's like a zebra with the giraffe clothes. And then peace. So after chaos and conflict, after things fall apart, after things some things might not work out. I want to read 33. There is going to be a time of peace. 33. Disarray, being at cross purposes with another, the tension of opposites, the value of chaos before order. Look upon this as just a moment in time when you may need to take shelter and step away from the fray. Don't be too eager to fight. This is a time of understanding rather than to be understood. So some of you might be arguing with someone, maybe because you're doing all the work. And then peace, freedom from attachment and radical acceptance. Everything in your world is exactly as it should be, harmony. Okay, so I think that this is saying, Pisces, that you're taking on way too much and it's getting on top of you. And so I think the universe wants you to be at peace. So it's almost like things are going to come to a head only to acquire that peace that you desperately need. And we have the Hanged Man, so that's 12. That's going to be a shuffle of 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. 1. 2, 3. What message have you got for my Aquarius, for my Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising from the 15th to the 31st? Oh, look at the sun. That's what you don't see coming, is that happiness, is that joy, is that beautiful ray and just good, awesome, childlike, wonderful energy. That's your peace. But you're going to have to go through a little bit. Remember, this is just a 2-week energy. Time is linear, so, but we're doing 2 weeks. So, yeah, you're focusing on things that you've lost. You're focusing on things that have, this is a card of grief and sorrow. But this is also a card of knowing, there are more things in life. And it's time to turn around. And it's time to say goodbye to the things that, are no longer with you, and see that there's still beauty in this world. Okay. And that's you, right? Page of Cups. You're a dreamer. You're, oh, look, a fish in a cup, la, 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 just dreaming and being unrealistic. Your challenge is that you do need to bring a little bit of realism into your dreamy world, because Pisces tend to go deep when they are hurt, when they are sorrowful. They don't want to express their feelings. They go deep into the water, under the lake, under the ocean, and they hide out where they're safe. And so it's time to kind of emerge, and it's time to get out of your head a little bit. And there's that Leo card again. So this could just indicate the season that we're in, because this is August 15th to 31st. But it is about the strength. It is about holding it together. It is about kindness and compassion. It is about just being, for some of you, just being strong even when the world around you feels like it's collapsing. Chaos and conflict. When you feel like everything is on top of you. And then the next one is the Empress. Look at that. So you are ready to expand, okay? You are nurturing yourself at this time. I think that you're spending a lot of time at home. This is a Taurus energy. You're just enjoying your peace. The Empress also knows that some things must be chopped down in order for new things to grow, because she has the wheat here, and come, well, I don't know farming, but come whenever time they cut down wheat, they cut it down, and then it's time for new regrowth. So she knows that everything is cyclical, including her feelings. And I think that she is also very dreamy. She's got all these stars. So all the things that she's ever wished for are coming into her life, and she is really just enjoying things. I think this is spending a lot of time at home. Yeah, you had your heart broken. There's a lot of sorrow and grief that you're feeling at this time. Okay? And again, the universe wants you at peace. They really, really do. And then we also have another 3. So you got 3, 3, and 3, right? 3, 3, and 3. 3s are expansion. They are time to move, because this could be a need for healing, right? But it's expansion, it's growing. So it is saying, you're going to get to a place where you do feel like it's time to come out of your shell. It's time to go back to the surface, maybe celebrate. So I feel like you're going to be getting along and having a good time with some people in the near future. And then we have another Leo energy. So Pisces, who is this Leo in your life? I know my sister's a Pisces, and I'm a Leo, and I'm going to be going down to visit her in a few weeks. So that could be this. But King of Wands, have confidence, be a leader, take control of your life, believe in yourself. That is what that energy is. And you are a victim of your own negative thinking, okay? You're worried about doing the wrong thing. You're worried that, nothing in this world is going to be the same. But this is a product of your own thinking. What you hope to do is be able to invest your time and effort into something that's going to grow. So for some of you, you're at a place where you're like, I just want to invest my time. I want to invest my money into something that is going to produce for me. So for some of you, you are taking a step away from love, and you are kind of focusing on money. On expansion. Remember, we have that expansion. This also could be with the pressure of clock time. You're feeling rushed to do something at work or at the home with no help of others, and that is, really kind of weighing on you. And then we do have the 4 of Wands, which is about stability. It's about celebration. For some of you, you might be going to a wedding. For some of you, you just might be reuniting with somebody. So let me pause this because, there's not a lot of coffee left, whatever. Cold coffee, yum. Okay, so let's clarify these, I guess. Why the 5 of Cups for Pisces, please? One card for the 5 of Cups for Pisces. La 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 la. Chariot, June, July, Cancer energy, something that happened during Cancer season, moving away. For some of you, there are risks that you took. It's about needing to get your ducks in a row. It's about needing to move away from the negative energy, from the sorrow. It's a need of feeling that, you went through a really hard time and you came up on top. And instead of focusing on the hard time, you have to realize, like, there's still a lot of life to move forward with, and you need to take the reins and move forward. And know that there is more in this world than what you're dwelling on, Page of Cups as the challenge with the 6 of Wands. Yeah, you're feeling very low. 6 of Wands is victory and success, right? And the Page of Wands is like, I want to feel good. I want to step out of this funk, but I'm not feeling it. I'm feeling very low. I'm feeling, oh, this could also be ego for some of you. Okay. So just be careful of that. But with these cards that I have, I feel like you're feeling overwhelmed. You're feeling burdened. You're feeling like things are on top of you. You're dying and desperate for change, and you're dreaming of change that is impossible to get. And I think what's important is that you need to realize that you need to bring more confidence, that you've been through a lot, and you need to realize how much you have grown and how hard it was, but you are still successful. Strength. Ooh, got 2 cards. Wheel of Fortune and the Sun. The sun. Good day, sunshine. All right. Things are working in your favor. The sun brings out all the wonderful things, and you're wanting to just move forward with joy, with happiness. This is crowning you. You're like, I am doing all I can to maintain the peace, to hold it together. And the Wheel of Fortune is saying, you know, things go up and things go down, but you're trying to remain in an energy of positivity, if not for you, but for other people around you. So the Empress is about growth. The Hermit, so Virgo. So yeah, this, at the end of the day, there's a lot of self-care going on. There's a lot of maybe overthinking, but also research and homebody. Pisces, you're spending a lot of time at home. You're really just kind of focusing on yourself at this time. At work and stuff, might be a lot of pressure, but you know, when you get home, you're really taking the time to care for yourself. Why is the 3 of Swords in the past? Oh, that's interesting. Can you give me one more? Okay. You're holding on to something. Now, you could have been dealing with somebody who drank a lot in the past, but I think this is saying that, you know, again, it's that dreamy energy. Your dreams did not come true. The things that you kind of were hoping for, the things that were coming towards you, the things that you were like, you know, it was in the impossible dream, and you were holding on to it, and it didn't happen, and it broke your heart. And now you're going, what do I need to do to move forward? Well, you're taking some time. You're gaining your confidence. You're taking care of yourself. You're doing your grieving, but you're also learning that it's important to distance yourself from that, because it is making you a stronger person. And there are always lessons that need to be learned. And you are headed towards peace, even though you've been experiencing a lot of chaos, a lot of conflict, a lot of pressure. The 3 of Cups is a Queen of Swords. 3 of Cups. Libra energy is the 4 of Cups. There's a lot of people around you, I think, that want to see you happy, and I think that they're coming through, and I think that, you know, as much as you are enjoying them, you're not 100% satisfied. You're trying to be happy. I think you're also cutting out people that you have no interest in. Maybe there's a lot of suitors around you that are saying, hey, Pisces, and you're like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna cut that off. I'm not really interested in that. The Queen of Swords does make logical decisions. So when it comes to your emotions, this is asking, especially when options are around you, you're very detached from any person coming in and trying to ruin your peace or ruin your happiness. You're just kind of cutting that off. I'm not entertaining that. King of Swords does talk about leadership and confidence. 3 of Wands, exploration, right? What are we moving for? We got a 3 of Wands, we got a 3 of Cups. What are we moving towards? What are we expanding? What are we waiting for? Whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, make sure you're using positivity in that, which the King of Swords does bring. You're leading in a way that people are seeing you just really creating something and expanding something in such a beautiful way. 7, 8 of Swords. Why the negative thinking? The higher learning, the Hierophant, institutions. For some of you, people around you, especially at work, I feel, or in, oh, you know what? I think you need to see a therapist. I think this might be you need to talk to somebody about your fears, okay? Things that are holding you back, things that you are not able to let go of. For others of you, there could be a job that, has you, again, puts a lot of pressure on you, because the Hierophant to me is always a corporation. This is also tuning into the right frequency. And for some of you, you need to tune into a better frequency in order to get out of this negative thought pattern. It's a lot. So this could be someone, the Knight of Pentacles could actually be somebody who's stable coming into your life as well. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here? 6 of Cups. Someone from your past might be coming back around, all right? This is dreams and nostalgia. This could be you investing into a company that you at one time always wished you had, and now that opportunity is coming back around. But this is also holding on to memories, and that's okay. And the 4 of Wands for Pisces. Oh, we got a couple. Death, 10 of Swords, and 8 of Pentacles. You've gone round and round doing the same thing, and there's a need for change, because that thing has really kind of made you feel like you are you're at rock bottom. And that feeling of being at rock bottom is because of this cyclical thinking pattern of going and overthinking and doing the same thing. And in order to have celebration and success, I think that there's a need for change on how you think about things, how you... It is this grief, it is this, how do I get out of this funk? What do I need to learn? What do I need to do? Perhaps for some of you, it's just to get out and learn something new. But I think that, when you get to a point where you have a need for change because of the chaos, because you're being rushed, because you keep doing the same things, these same things are not working out for you. And I think in order to be stable and feel like a celebration is coming, there is a need to just let things go. To change the way you think. What else can you tell me about the 4 of Wands? The Lovers. Again, the Lovers. The Lovers is saying, decisions. Maybe you have to decide about if you want to marry someone, if you want someone in your life, if you want to move in together. What is stability and celebration and good structures for you? I think you're overthinking a problem that doesn't exist. It only exists in your own head. And you're trying to put on a front for other people because there is a lot of sadness and grief that you're experiencing. This to me looks like a lot of depression, a lot of thinking about the past, and a lot of trying your best to find peace after a situation that has been very hard on you. So what you don't see coming is the Sun, the 7 of Wands. What else we got for the Sun? 9 of Swords. So there's been a lot of energy of just cutting people off, a lot of negative thinking, again, a lot of protecting your own energy. But the Sun is saying, you know what? Those are going to be exposed. I'm going to expose those things, but I'm going to expose those things because it's going to make you a better, stronger, more amazing Pisces. So this has been quite a sad reading, Pisces. I am so sorry, but I hope that it does. I hope it doesn't resonate, but I hope that, you figure out what's going on. Remember, it is only for the 2-week energy, and it's not for everyone. Look at your moon and your rising if, look at your moon and your rising if this doesn't resonate. Take it easy, and I will see you for September.